you guys, and good morning. I am doing a real-time skincare routine this morning and makeup routine. I need to get my butt to work, so I am just going to do this with you. I went to town on a hangnail, so I'm just going to avoid using this middle finger. Don't worry, I still like you. It is just, I don't want to redo this band-aid. Okay, so I'm using my Benzagel 5 cleanser. I'm applying this to dry skin. That's just how I feel like doing it today. I put enough on so that I can, rub it in, get some slip. This is a non-foaming cleanser with benzoyl peroxide. My skin actually looks okay right now, but some days it doesn't. And this has been really good for just killing bacteria that causes acne. Just wet my cloth here. Sometimes I'll leave this on my skin for a few minutes and then go grab my coffee or, have a bite to eat for like a minute or two, and then I'll wash it off, and it's almost like a treatment mask. I don't love a foaming cleanser. I find that can make my skin get too dried out. So then I have my little bin that I hang up on the side of my counter, the command hook, and that's where I put my dirty face cloths. So now that my face is cleansed, I don't splash it too thoroughly. I am going to put on some Ampoule. Sometimes I'll do like a spritz or a toner, but this Ampoule from Dr. Belmeur is outstanding. So I'll just apply that, and it's literally like a thick, supercharged water. It really leaves my face looking great. For my serum, I've been trying a few different ones, but this one is great, the Vita Sirene. Guys, I'm keeping this in my skincare fridge. It is the most luxurious place because it's nice and cold. I find that applying nice cold skincare products in the morning makes me feel just extra fresh and clean. I am gonna do a bit of this brightening vitamin C eye cream from Avon. I'm literally doing the smallest amount possible, bringing it relatively close to under my eyes because I'll get dry sometimes on and around my eyes. I also have eye drops in here, which is quite relaxing. Okay, I actually want an eye drop or two. Oh yes, that is very refreshing. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay, I have so much good stuff in there. This thing though is the winner. It is the Pure Hydrogel Lift Under Eye Balm. It is so cold. It feels like liquid nitrogen or dry ice going on my eyes, and it has like, I don't know what in it, but it leaves you feeling almost minty. It's not irritating, but it is just so tightening, refreshing, and priming. My bestie Elena got this for me. She ordered it from the US, and I'm so grateful. So after that, I'm putting my Avène Anti-Redness cream on, and this both Tames any Redness, which I tend to have just kind of in T-zone, and it has SPF. So I love Avène, and this is the only product that has SPF in it that does not bother my face. It doesn't make me overly oily. It feels so good. I also am a little bit rough when I rub this in just because I need it to really press in. Like, I don't want to have my moisturizer be floating on top of my skin, especially after all of those steps. My skincare is done. I am going to show you some makeup. And in my very fancy holographic bag here, I have products from IT Cosmetics. I decided to do a look using almost exclusively IT Cosmetics today. And I also wanted to mention this product that I'm not going to use, but it's their Confidence in a Cream. This is an amazing nighttime moisturizer. It's for all skin types. It is anti-aging, transforming super cream. They have big claims, and I find that all IT Cosmetics products actually live up to their claims, and that is really hard to find. So I just wanted to shout them out because I bought all of these things myself, and I love each and every one of them. So I'm using their CC cream. I'm actually going to put some of this Wonder Glow on the back of my hand. It's from Charlotte Tilbury, and then I'm going to put a very small pump of their light CC cream. Actually, this one isn't even light, it's fair. I also have a mini sample size of their shade Light, and to be honest, I really enjoy the color of Light, so I'm going to put like the smallest little dollop of that too. It just goes a little bit more yellow on my skin tone, which makes me look a bit more alive. So after that, I'm going to apply this with my favorite Quo foundation brush. So on the back of my hand, you could use like a little mixing palette too. I'm just gonna blend these together. And this actually gives you probably a similar effect to their illuminating version of their CC cream. So as you can see, I'm just focusing it on the upper half of my face because I am going to work and I do wear a mask. And then with anything that's left, I'm just gonna bring it right down the face. I also will sometimes bring just a bit on top of the eyelids. Here we go. After that, I will do a little bit of their full cover concealer. This is hands down the best under eye concealer in the world. It's waterproof. Again, very little bit. And for this, I will use my fingers and I will just press. Look at how bright that is. It is their absolute lightest shade. Guys, I was looking for a very light concealer for under the eyes a while back, and then I found this one and nothing else compares. So this is the Your Most Beautiful You disc. This is so big, so beautiful. I actually have that in my travel makeup kit. Now to prep my skin, since it is kind of dewy right now, I'm just gonna put on their Bye Bye Pores Pressed Translucent Powder first. And this is so important when you're wearing a mask. If you want your makeup to stay on and be budge proof, setting with a powder is key. As you can see, I'm also not applying concealer to any spots yet because I like to put on my face, contour, blush, highlight, and then go in and target any spots because sometimes your spots are kind of camouflaged with all that extra color going on the skin. So I'll just do a really light layer of this powder. Oh my God, it feels so good. I'm using a Royal & Langnickel brush to apply that, not too much. If you put too much on, it's gonna get dry and cakey. I'm just going to rub the brush in both sides on the bronzer, tap it off, and then actually kind of like smoosh it into the bristles on the mirror, and then just gently feather it over the face. Into the contours, up onto the cheekbones, forehead. That's pretty much it. Again, I'm wearing a mask, so I don't want to go too far down. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the blush. Just get some of it on one side of the brush and very lightly feather. Once you see the color going onto your cheeks, stop. Other side of the brush, I'm just gonna grab my product again, really lightly feather, and once I kind of see that color coming off, I'm going to stop. And then I'm gonna put the rest onto the forehead, nose, and chin. And then for the highlight, again, side of the brush, I'm gonna not tap it off right now, and then just really lightly blend that right onto the tops of the cheekbones, eyebrows, eyelid area, sometimes nose, cupid's bow, chin, forehead, depending on how I feel. But literally you're getting like next to nothing when you're doing that kind of like afterthought. Another great palette I have is this Pure one, and it has a super similar effect, but this is even more glowy than the One thing I didn't use but wanted to call attention to is their Bye Bye Redness. This stuff I even use like almost as a foundation. So I'll just open it up. It comes in this jar packaging, not the most sanitary, but it is, kind of good. You get to use all of it up. So if I am experiencing any redness, I've been using retinol lately. Let me get close and see. Yeah, my skin looks okay, but I am getting that peeling kind of around my nose. So again, I'm just gonna grab a little bit. You should use like a Q-tip or spatula to be extra sanitary with this jar packaging, but I will literally just dab this stuff wherever I need some redness coverage or extra counterbalancing with red spots. Even just dabbing this onto a pimple is amazing. It comes in a few shades, I'm not exactly sure, but this is meant to be almost like a first step, and then you put foundation on top. It's in Porcelain Beige. As you can tell, it's a really good shade for me, so I love that stuff. Again, it does what it says it wants to do. It converts your redness into a really nice natural skin tone. Another product I love from the brand is their dual-ended brush. Their brushes in general are great, and this is the Heavenly Luxe Airbrushed Concealer, but I use this actually for eyes most of the time. Depends. So I have like the flat side here that I'll use for spot concealing, and today I'll actually use it for my eyeshadow. So I have this cream one here from Makeup Forever. It stays all day, and I don't need a primer underneath. So I'm just applying this beautiful pinky toned shadow. I don't have any eye products from It Cosmetics, so I can't speak to those, but I have heard great things about their, I think it's called like Superhero Mascara. I do have their eyebrow pencil though, so I will talk about that in a second. Yeah, but this synthetic brush works great at just blending out my cream shadow effortlessly. Then I'm going to use the other side just to put a bit of this Revlon cream shadow into the crease. This buffing brush would also work great to put powder on, whether it's under your eyes or on, you know, targeted spots. They're beautiful. So I keep this one in my travel kit as well. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. And just having the little cover for both sides makes it very sanitary. So then I'll do my eyebrows since we're here. This is a great product. They're Brow Power. It is a universal taupe colored brow pencil with a, it's retractable by the way, so no sharpening. And then it has the spoolie at the other end. So I find this color to be just a little too dark for me actually, so you have to be quite careful when I'm applying. I would prefer something that's just a little lighter, but that being said, it is universal, so beggars can't be choosers. I just go extra light when I am applying it, not too heavy-handed. So as I'm looking up close at my skin, I do see some spots around here. To be honest, I like having a more natural looking complexion, so I'm not going to go crazy with concealer. I will show you what brush I do use. Right now, I mean, I just want to look a bit more awake, so having that concealer under the eyes and then a bit of coverage around the face is my main goal, and I think that's so important too when you're doing your makeup. Like, don't strive for perfection, just do something that's light and natural, and that's what's gonna look the best and also be the easiest to maintain. So I'm going in with the other side again with that wonderful spoolie and just brushing this through for a really natural effect. I love a pencil eyeliner. I find they're just easy to use, easy to kind of control. So I'm starting at the inner corner, just using the side of the pencil. Also, this is a freshly sharpened pencil, just dragging it right across. Effortless. Using kind of the pointed end as my guide, just really dragging it right across. See, I'm not going at my eye kind of straight on, I'm just really kind of letting the pencil do all the work. Great, and then I'm going to do like a little flick at the end there. For my mascara, I need my mascara primer. I don't even curl my lashes on a daily basis. I just apply my primer. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer. It's quite good. Much better than the Lash Paradise in my opinion. And then I'm using my Stila XXL Magnum Mascara and I'm going to apply that on top. This brush is crazy and I literally can't use it without the primer. I've tried and it just does not look good. Also, this is getting a little clumpy, so every time I use it I get like a flake falling. But it does give a really nice effect. I find that it lasts quite well throughout the day too. But what helps a lot with that is the primer, because the primer acts as a barrier between your lashes and their natural oil, so it doesn't break down the mascara as fast. And also the fact that I put concealer under my eyes and set it with a powder is perfect, because that means, again, I'm not gonna have those oils breaking through and causing the mascara to break down. This brush I got at Trade Secrets like 150 years ago, and I'll just go in with some of that CC cream most of the time, my coverage product. Literally, you guys, I'm just like tapping it on the little pump area because I don't want a lot. Just with that really soft detailer brush, I'm just gonna feather it onto the spots that I want to cover. And the fact that it applies the smallest amount, I can literally dot it on the spots, let it dry, and that's all I need, you know? I'm barely covering them, barely applying anything. And this product will oxidize a bit, which means it gets a little bit darker as it dries. And that is great because I find you can just dab it right onto the spots you need, let it dry, and it just meshes in with your base perfectly. So that is definitely a like makeup artist hack, using a bit of your high coverage foundation product as a concealer, but especially on the spots, because if I was using that like Bye Bye Under Eye, for example, it's gonna be too light, you know, and that's just gonna counteract what you wanna do. It's gonna highlight those pimples instead of cover them. And then, okay, I love this stuff, you guys. It's my YSL Couture Matte Stain. I have my name engraved on the back. Actually, it's my IG handle, Madeline_DM. Follow for the most riveting banana bread content. So this thing is glorious. I'm applying it terribly today. This stain is matte and stays on under a mask like it's nobody's business, and it is moisturizing. I do apply lip balm before going to bed, but this does not need moisturizing, like a moisturizer as a base. Whereas some like matte lipsticks, you really need to put like a balm underneath or something, or else your lips will like shrivel up and die. And this stays on well towards lunch, and then I'll usually just put on some of my like Maybelline matte crayon on top just to fill in the center. Look, you guys, I'm a fresh new person. I'm just gonna apply some of my Urban Decay Makeup Setting Mist right onto the face. This you need for wearing under a mask. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.